Okay. Cool.
And for the kids also, you know, our kids, when they started growing up, they were all together growing up and then talk to everybody. But right now, most of them had gone high school, middle school, and they asked me like, Uncle Raymond, I haven't seen you for a long time. I haven't seen Lenora, you know. So summertime, that's what me and they trying to bring them all to hang out, to start that same thing again for the summer.
That'd be good. That'd be good, because that would be, because the worst thing we don't want is our kids to lose their culture.
Yes.
So, okay, the other part is, are you going to explain the connection with Liberia and the United States? Will you all explain that? Because I don't know how we got people who don't know. I don't. And I guess I'll say it because I do know, and I didn't learn it in school.
Yes.
My dad was actually born in Botswana, and he taught me, you know, he's not from, but you know, he taught me the connection. Because before I was asking him different questions and he accepted, okay, this is how it goes. This is what happened. So I learned it from him. I didn't learn it in school. I learned it from him. And then when I talk to people about it, they look at me like I've landed on Mars or somewhere. But are you all going to discuss that day?
Yes. We're going to have...
That's an important part of history that that some people don't know.
Yes, we're going to have a session on that. And it was necessary you raise it. Again, maybe those are things that we overlook, but they are very important. Especially like for me, even in my house, I try my best to put that culture, like that history into my kids. So even when we're around, that's what we do. We're going to have maybe 2 person there to, you know, have a session where we can explain a little bit about the relationship between America and Africa and then Liberia. And then we'll have maybe a few minutes for question and answer. So yes, we're going to definitely consider.
Should be more embarrassment, but anyway.
Yeah.
No, we're good.
Yeah. Like you said, because even where I work, I have a supervisor, and he always Liberia. Why you always talk about Liberia? And he's a black guy. And so he asked me, what kind of money you use? I said we use the U.S. dollar. And he said, nah. So I said, okay, send Google after when I said Google this stuff. So he took his smartphone, he Googled, and then so he's ready. After I said, put the phone aside, let me break it down for you. Yeah. So I broke it down, you know, told him when they took this slip, because he asked me how your name Raymond Carter.
Right. Yeah.
And I said, well, when they took the slave back home.
That's right.
Back to Africa, and the how Liberia was founded. That's how we got the names and stuff. That's how we got the streets in Liberia named after the former president and thing. So he learned.
And your flag.
The flag, the same thing. So he learned a lot from me. So every time he sees me, it's a question. You know, and so he knows, and he's a black guy. He never learned it, and he's almost 50 years old.
But you don't learn it in school.
Got to know that.
Yeah, you don't learn it in school. And I'll put it this way: if both my parents had been American parents, because I said my dad was not an American at all. He never wanted to be a citizen of the United States.
No.
He said that would have messed up his culture. To him, he said that would have messed up everything had he became a citizen of the United States. So he never did. He refused to. But if I had not had that mixture of my house, I would have never known.
Yes.
Because like I said, we had African American literature. In Detroit, we have African American literature. You cannot avoid that class in high school. I don't care what color you are. You can't avoid it. But we didn't learn about...
We didn't talk about it.
We didn't learn about it. We learned about everything else, but we didn't learn about that.
They eat zebra.
Yeah. we didn't gather it. I didn't gather till at home, you know, when it was, okay, I got you.
So speaking about that, I will share with you, like, quite recently, the church that I worship with. Right. Normally when I go to church, I have my African shire, my African stuff. So there's this elderly guy in the church. He has always been like taking notice. So he doesn't say anything. So almost over 6 months, 2 weeks ago, he walked up to me, and my family and I we dressed like the African way. So he's like, "Hey, where you from?" I'm like, I'm from Liberia. He said, "Where is Liberia?"
Ooh, Where?
So yeah, so I'm like, oh, Liberia is in Africa, West Africa, and then I started, explaining the relationship. The first free slave that came from America landed in Africa, and the part of Africa they landed was in Liberia. Our first president was an American, Joseph Jenkins Robert, and then our constitution is just like the American Constitution, where the only thing that changes is America instead of Liberia. Right. The preamble is the same. The flag is the same, just as one star. Our cities are named directly after cities here, like Monroe, James Monroe. We have Monrovia, which is our capital city. The national anthem is exactly like the American national anthem. So those were like common facts that he didn't know. He's like, oh, I would like to go back and learn more, because, and then the next day when he came to church, he gave me his African. So yeah, that's it. And like during the event, we will be there to explain a little more. Like we are saying, most people don't really know the root, but it's gonna be like a day of fun, a day of sharing knowledge. So yes, you guys come out, let's have fun.
And like they clothes, the African clothes, I think here they only wear in February.
I wear mine all year round.
I know, but because it's just one day in the year, and everybody they wear this stuff. So when you see me wearing it through the year, they say, "Oh no, it's not time to wear that stuff." And I'm like, "No, dude, this is normal for us. This is why we wear it,
Yeah, because I work in elementary school, and I'm not gonna say I wear African attire. I wear whatever I want to wear.
Yeah, but
the kids are asking me, Miss Phyllis, it's not February. I said, so what color am I in February? Black. What color am I now? Oh, it's April. You still black? Duh. They go, oh, okay. Oh, yeah. So you do have to explain that. Yeah. And like I said, I'm glad that you're having the barbecue.
Yes.
I'm glad you didn't call it the other word, because had you called it the other word that starts with a P, I wouldn't come. Because of the negative part of that word.
Yes.
So had you said, I'm like, I was looking at it, I'm like, oh, I can go. Okay. they did use the right words. So, all right, because, I don't attend things like that. But I want to invite you all on the 16th to come to Juneteenth.
Yes.
We're doing it at the East Center.
Okay.
In Heights.
Yeah. From
3 to 9.
Okay.
I had never heard of Juneteenth till I moved to Texas. I thought it was, and I never heard of it, because I wouldn't have heard of it. There is no way we would have known about Juneteenth. If people check history, Detroit did not belong to the United States at that time. Okay. Detroit belonged to Canada, and the name of the city was Detroit. So during the time of Juneteenth, we didn't belong to the United States anyway, but want y'all to come to Juneteenth and be a part of it. We're having my show where I'm doing a health fair, because when we do events, we forget to do health part.
Yes.
We always forget that part, and that part should be reintegrated into our families, into our lives, because we did eat healthy at a time, and then when we became, I don't know what we started eating anything, so we need to go back. But I'm hosting a health fair. We're doing a fashion show with kids. We have something for all ages. We thought of everybody when we did it. We didn't think of just adults and go, okay, yeah. No, we thought of the little people all the way up to adults. So it's a whole day thing. But we want you to come and be a part. And if there's any, I'll say for me, if there's any health issues or health specialists that you know of that need to be there, let me know, and they can come and have a table there, because I want to include everybody. And you know me enough to know that I do try to include everybody.
Oh, yes.
I try to include everybody in what I do, because that's the only way that we can move forward, is if we all come together and stop this division thing that some people have. And I understand sometimes it's a comfort zone.
Yeah.
Last night I was talking to a friend of mine, and we're talking about doing events. And I do a lot of things. I do a First Friday Black Business Cash Bar meetups, long term, but I do those. But I realized everything I do when I work with a group of people are from the same area of the world that I was born. They do. So I notice everybody I work with real close on committees, we're all Yankees. And we thought about it. We thought, we like, you know, all of us, we're all from the same area of we don't work with. And we realized, okay, because you know why? It's the comfort zone. It's the comfort zone. I don't have to explain much to this group of folks. I don't have to explain it. I could run with something and keep running, and they're running with me. I don't have to step back and go, well, you got time for that. I say, so we do it. And I told her we need to break that a little bit. We need to change that. But for us, it's going to be a learning thing because we're like, oops, okay, I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone and I'm going to do this. But we do it, and we didn't see anything wrong with it, and we didn't pay attention to it till we were talking last night of the people that we did not include. Like, oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I got to go back and repair that. So we all are guilty of that. And like I said, I hope it's something that we stop, and I hope what you're doing on the 1st is the beginning of it. I did Facebook it out.
Yes, I saw it.
And to some people inbox me like, "What the heck are you talking about?" So I did my explanation.
Well, we help. I just want to put this in there. I know the homeless. We talk about them from the initial stage.
Yes.
And right now they have. I don't know if they're gonna have their own transportation, but we will see if we can, get some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Our plate some contribution to take them to the homeless area, because I see most people around, so we'll try to include them in this June 1st stuff.
Okay. If you contact Officer Kyle Moore.
Yes, I think I saw him. One time.
He's the one that's part of the.
Yeah, at the back of his
vehicle. Yeah,
I saw it. Yes, yeah. I saw. Then I said, "Oh, and I saw him downtown. He was hanging right by the HEB downtown.
Right.
He was hanging with the homeless people. So I said, that's why he does. I know him.
Yeah, he has the homeless beat. So if you contact him, he will be the one to let them know where you are.
Okay.
He will be the one to let you know where he'll tell them they're over there. You can come over. So he's the one, if ever you want to do anything with them, for them, or however, Kyle is the one to contact, and he could let them know where you're going to be.
So how can we contact him? Do you have his number?
I'll text you his phone number.
Okay.
That's the easy part.
All right.
Yeah, I'll text you. And if we ever want to do something for them, the farmer's market that's downtown Killeen?
Yes.
Majority of them pass through there one way or the other.
Okay.
So if you want to host, if ever any of us, anybody who's listening, whatever, want to host something for them, that farmers market somehow became a central area where a lot of them cross through, whatever. Now that we know, and I found out by asking Kyle, I'm like, we need to know a central place where we know they can where they cross. And he said I'm like, okay, so we need to if we do something, get together as a group, we can do something there.
Okay, that's good. You want to say something, right?
Still have time? We're closing? Or?
No, we're not. We're good.
Yeah, so
he's trying to get rid of us.
Yeah, so like he was saying, maybe in the plans we really didn't have like the homeless for this June 1st coming up.
Right.
Maybe we didn't have plans for the homeless, especially with their center being closed recently. But it's a very good idea that you brought up, and we still have time.
Right. Yeah.
Exactly. So, like he said, we're going to get in touch with Kyle, and we will arrange if it is possible for them to come over, whatever means, to also have an impact on their lives.
Yeah.
It's important, especially being out of their place with no notice, and then eventually we as an organization, as a community, can have like a tangible plan where even if it is maybe twice a month or once a month, to meet them somewhere, and if it is food or clothing, until other organizations can come on board to help. But it's important, especially being used to where you live, and then eventually they say, hey, you got to get out.
Yeah.
And myself, I've seen them on my way to work. I didn't know, but when I registered with the Killeen local news, and then I saw it, I'm like, how would they just come over kind of a policy like this, and then you send a person back on the street, and you don't know the story of some of these people. Some of them maybe are veterans, some of them have kids, and they have to move on the street with the kids.
Oh, so that's another part for you. Yes.
Yeah.
No, Juneteenth. Yeah. The vet van will be there.
Okay.
So I would like for you to get the word out there, because the Vetmobile, the big, that Winnebago thing, the big, it's going to be there on Juneteenth. The van will be there. So let the veterans know if they need paperwork updated or whatever. The van's there.
Okay.
And
for you,
June 1st. This is for everybody. So just to let people know that come out, come celebrate with us, come get to know the African culture. Bring your kids so the kids can hang up. We'll have bouncing house. We'll have a lot of Liberian games so they can experience some new games for kids and food. And just come up. We're not playing soccer that day. It's just hang up. It's just hang up day. So they just come up and have fun and get to know the Liberian.
Okay.
And that's just and African. We'll have some if it's Liberian hosting, but if a Nigerian is there, we're gonna let him talk about his country also. As Sierra Leonean, Ghanaians, we'll let him talk about that country at least so people can know.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
That's good. It brings more information.
Yeah.
More knowledge.
Yeah.
And knowledge comes power.
Yes.
Yeah. And the truth is, we're doing our best to make it as public as possible.
Right.
Though it's Liberian hosting it, but come out. You just come out. Come. Let them have fun. Like my colleague was saying. Nigerians, we know that there's a Sierra Leonean community also in Killeen. We know that there's a Nigerian community, a Cameroonian community. Mm-hmm. So a lot of Africans in Killeen. We encourage you to come out and support the idea. We also know that there's I think an organization called CAMFA, which is the group of Africans in general that are in the military. So it's even bigger than Lava. So we encourage you guys, if you are listening, come out and let's get to know each other, and we can start working from there.
Now I gotta go find them.
I can yes, I can give you. I will try and give you a contact, but there are a lot of stuff that they are doing also as a veteran organization.
Okay, I'll find. Yeah, let me know who they are.
That's another website. Yeah. I don't know. That's another African page. I don't know if you know it, but that one. Yeah, it's another. I'll see if I can add you there. They post a lot of stuff. That go on, activities that go on in Killeen.
And the reason why some of these, especially when it comes to the military, that you are not really aware of them. Say for example, RPCS here 2 years ago. Okay, but because I'm so much into my African and Liberian stuff, and I want to keep that going, I made myself available. But most of the other guys, if you are an active duty military, as soon as you relocate after 6 months, hey, you get deployed. As soon as you come back, you train again and go. So while it is true that we are active duty, some of us still try. Okay, but most of us don't really find a need or don't have the time. So the publicity just have to be out there. And that's the reason why we have Look, because Look is here. Look is not leaving. Okay, Look in most instances are veterans that serve and retire and bought their homes here, and are living here. So when we are weak as Lava, we rely on them. So that's because I can go and come. Look is still going to be here. So that's where the partnership and the long-term relationship still come into being. Yeah.
Okay, well, we're just gonna make it a whole unit there.
Yeah.
Because it's difficult for us to tell our children that we need to be together when we're not. Yeah. I talked to last week. I had a pastor of a church on, and my thing was, pastors tell us we need to unite, but we can't see 3 of them come to an event.
Yeah.
We need to come together. You have an event, you can't see 3 of them there. You can, and you might see 1, you might see 2, but and if they are, he's over here and he's over here. You never see them coming in together.
And the thing is, if you don't come to my event, how do you expect me to come to your event?
Yes. Well, people don't understand. That's a lesson that we have to teach. It is. It's a lesson. You might say, what? It's a lesson. Because when you first do something, you might have a few people there. Because you got the other people over here saying, "Let me know what happened so I can go next time."
Yeah.
You know?
And that's like the typical Liberian. Like when I go on, like I'm going on June 1st and I'm going on a party.
Right.
Somebody was sitting somewhere saying, "Hey, man, when you come back, let me know."
Yeah.
So when I come back with negative information and say, "I told you," that's the reason I didn't want to go.
Yeah.
But when I come back and I'm like, "Bro, it was good. Why you didn't show up?"
Yes.
The next time he gonna invite another person. And so, you know, whether it's 10 person, 15 person, just make it happen. Keep making it happen, and then people gonna follow, because there are some people, they love to see the things happen before they join.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Because you don't want to join. You don't want to join and everybody sit there. And the only thing you're going to discuss is when you're going to meet again.
Yeah.
And you have a lot of dead groups that sit there, and the main topic is, well, next month we're going to talk. Next month, what about this month? What about right now? You know. So when we're not active, we do lose people, and all the way around.
Yes. So, I know you got some activities that come on, and you've been posting it like 2 or 3 times, and we haven't been paying attention and showing up, especially the black business.
Yes.
So, and I haven't seen anything recently. So, is this still going on, or
But
is
the boom,
the black business every Friday?
Oh, my first Friday?
Yeah,
I
first
stopped
Friday.
them in the fall. I realized that, unlike me, I love the cold weather. I hate summer. I love cold.
Oh.
I do. So I found out that my first Fridays were slacking off when it was cold.
Yeah.
So my first Friday in June will be at the bistro.
Okay.
What's her name? Phil, who owns Taiku.
Okay. Yeah.
And well, she also bought the bistro that's on the corner. So the Taiku Bistro. So my first Friday will be Friday. Was it June? Is it June 6th? I think it's June 7th.
7th.
Yes, it's June 7th. So it will be June 7th. First Friday would be at 7 o'clock at the bistro, Taiku's Bistro on the corner of Gray and Avenue D.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
And if you have, is there an African restaurant in Killeen?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so I need to ask, let me know who it is so I can ask them, do they want to do it first Friday?
Okay. We'll do that.
There's an African restaurant. I think it's managed by Senegalese. Yeah.
Where is it at?
I
missed it.
All right. I'll give you the information.
Okay. Because I know it was one on Veterans Memorial, closed real fast.
Yeah.
Before I got there, I'm like, well, it's not there.
That's the same, but it relocated somewhere on Elms Road. I don't really know the street.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. And then so I'll let me know where they are, and I'll go by and say hey and ask them. I think I'll eat some food too, because they do have lamb. I'm a lambaholic. But anyway, I am. I'm a.
Yes, we eat lamb.
But no, I'm not doing that. My father couldn't convince me of that, because I told him that goats eat blue jeans.
Uh-oh.
It was my analogy in my head. So no, he
and goat meat gonna be there though.
He couldn't. That's okay. I avoided it all those years. I ate everything else. I avoided that. No, because we had a housekeeper, and a housekeeper was from the islands, and which is island and African food are basically the same. Just the seasoning sometimes is different, but it is the same. And yeah, when she would cook, not feel She said, well, I said, they eat blue jeans. She goes, well, I saw something wherever I was paying, and Joe was laughing at me. But I just I can't get past the analogy. I can't. Yeah.
Yeah, so
I just can't.
Speaking about that, even like at my job site, that's like a joke that most of my friends had. So I invited like 2-3 friends over, and then I told them, I'm like, hey, you're gonna taste our Liberian food. Number 1 is spicy. Number 2, you're gonna have goat meat in there. It's like, ooh, the other one was like, ooh, I want to try it. The other one said, if it is spicy. So then I told my wife to prepare in a way that it will accommodate and
Right.
on the average, everybody. And that was a great experience for them. Like, oh, I want to eat goat meat again. I want to eat.
I can't
So
see it.
sometimes, like, just trying new things, and that's what we're gonna do.
I did that in Alaska. I tried new things in Alaska. You know, that lady cooked the bear roast, and I wasn't going to taste the bear because it was just the whole idea of a bear. I'm weird that way, but I'm gonna be there, and I hope everybody else is there on June 1st. And it's the beginning of something that we need to continue doing. We need to celebrate each of what we're doing. First, we need to learn about the celebration, because I'm not going to come to your celebration unless I understand it. Yeah. Because too many times we celebrate things that we don't know why, such as we get off, you talk about Thanksgiving, and I'm trying to figure out where did you get that from? Because I don't celebrate it because of the history of their word and what it actually meant. Mm-hmm. And I am the strange one. I do, on the show, I talk about why we celebrate things that we have nothing to do with. You know, I talk about 4th of July. I don't know why we celebrate 4th of July. We were still shining shoes. So it wasn't our independence because we were still slaves. So what are we celebrating? We should celebrate the 5th of July when Frederick Douglass wrote that letter. So now I understand. I know why we're doing June 1st, and I'm there. But too many times we celebrate things that we have no business celebrating.
Yeah, so one thing we didn't mention, and myself, I do agree with you. Like, personally, I have certain things I don't celebrate, like Halloween. Since I was born, so me and my family, like, we don't celebrate Halloween. I don't take my money to go and buy Halloween costume, and that's just me. Right. So, but like when it comes to like African celebration like this, like for us again, this year we're also having like a July 26th, which is our Independence Day. Okay. Like Liberian Independence Day. So last year we actually the Liberians in Austin celebrated. So Luke and Lava left from here, went and supported them. So our idea this year is to bring like the Liberian community from Houston, from Austin, from Dallas to come and support us here. So it's great. Also going to be it's going to be like the Liberian Fun Day, but I know more of it. Yeah, like more detail. But again, when that information is available, and we're going to let you know. Yeah, to come. So those are kind of things that we celebrate that add value to us and keep the memory going. But like for the Thanksgiving basket, the reason why we chose that is like today I'm an active duty military. Okay, I'm healthy. I'm moving strong. Like you said from the beginning, 15 years from now I could be homeless, and then Thanksgiving Day I don't have a family. Okay, so I have my veteran brothers who can come and share with me. Okay. So that was like the idea for that. Other than that, most of the activities we do are strictly like cultural related to keep the value going.
So you all need to also come to the Caribbean Afram Festival in August.
Which one? The one at the
Long Branch
Park? Yes, I was there last year. Yeah, I go there most of the time for the celebration. I had some friends that came from Austin. Right. And just for that celebration.
Yeah, because some people don't understand what the area to which the Caribbean Afram takes up. People don't understand. Like someone asked why were people from Hawaii there. Were like, if you look at the triangle, you'd see that Hawaii is in there. It's not outside. It's in. But those are things that we're all doing together to come together and celebrate. So I hope everybody shows up. Yes. That we Facebook, and I'm gonna continue Facebooking it till we get it out there.
Yeah, we had it on the billboard off of Robinette and Stan Sluter. We had a big sign up there.
Okay.
Yeah, so try to make more publicity so we can get more people coming through,
and also to get rid of a stigma and the confusion.
Yes.
Of any country, we need to get rid of it, but. We need to stop being afraid of African culture.
Yeah. That's true.
Yes.
We need to stop being afraid of it because it's here. It's not going anywhere. And we need to get rid of it. But once again, before we close, let us know where we need to be on June 1st.
At the Condo Park, it's off Condo. It's Condo Park. The street is Condo. But its time is at 4 o'clock. We start at 4, but actually, if you know how to hike and you love hiking and you want to exercise yourself, we got morning hiking program, and we're gonna post the information on the website. And our brother Steve Sipley, he in charge of that, and he's gonna give more information, and then we're gonna post it on the website. But the evening time, come up, bring your family, bring your friends, bring the kids, and let them have fun so you can learn some stuff. And I forgot to say that, but it's about adult also, because we haven't seen one another too because of the winter of school. So all the adults gonna be out there too to enjoy themselves, have fun, and enjoy the good weather.
Okay, good. Okay. And Calvin, anything you care to say before we close?
Yes. Again, we just want to appreciate you for giving us this time on the air. We will support you in whatever it is. It been, like you said, you didn't even know about lava or look.
Right.
But with the two leadership being here, we're going to do our best to support in whatever way. Like your program coming out on June 16 and the black business, that's something that I'm personally interested in. And again, this is a means of getting to know each other.
Yes.
We have our own activities ongoing, so please ask that you always give us a time, especially with our ball coming up, if we can have some airtime again to come and talk about it.
Sure.
And the July 26th celebration. But it was really nice meeting you. And again, we encourage everybody to please come out June 1st, 1600. Come and celebrate and enjoy yourself. Thank you.
All right. And I want to thank you all for coming on the show. And you're always welcome. So there's no if you can. It's you contact me and we make it happen. That's it. It's easy as that. But I want to thank everyone for listening to KISS Community Connections at MyKISS 1031. I want to hopefully that you took some notes, and I want to make sure if I see you there on June 1st, if I don't see you there June 1st, you know I'm going to say something about you later on. So you should just show up so that you won't give me something to talk about. Because if everybody keeps doing things the way we need to be doing, I won't have a soapbox. But since we're not, I'll continue to have a soapbox. But we need to all come together. We need to stop the you, they, we, them, and we need to get rid of all those people. And we need to become one when we need to do so. And we need to know who we can contact to be one. We need to know when one is falling, we need to understand if one of us fail, we all fall. We just don't understand that mechanism, but if one group fails, we all fall with them. And we do. So we need to quit thinking they fail and I'm not. No, if we fall, you fall with me. So you just need to know that. But I want you to always remember, you cannot lead a positive life with a negative mind. We'll talk to you next Sunday. Bye now.